Oh, good morning. Willow's here. Priestess Rising is here. Luna, Bonsai, Natalie, Angelia. Good morning. Hi. Thanks for your patience with me as I was getting my stuff together today. Yesterday, we had a power outage, unplanned. I didn't realize that it would be, or else I would have said there'd be no practice. But as I was getting ready for practice yesterday, all the power went out in my whole area and it didn't come on until like almost 3 o'clock. So I was not able to do practice with you all, but I hope everyone had a good one and we're back at it today. So let's get started. We are reciting today and tomorrow, last ones, the Orphic hymn to Aphrodite, but it's been translated by Virginia Stewart Avalon, and she calls it the Sibylline hymn to Aphrodite because she has created a version of it that is a little bit more florid, a little bit more lush, and has been translated for the modern Western mind. Um, yeah, Angelia says, glad to hear the issue wasn't more serious. And good morning, Caragwin. Good morning, Violet Willow. I'm so glad that we're here today, too. So let's get into it. Let's just take a moment to call upon Aphrodite. Ethereal, illustrious, laughing queen, born of the sea and lover of the night, mother of longing all connecting, who joins the world in harmony. All things spring from you, O divine power. The triple fates are ruled by your decree. All the works of craft and love yield to your hand. With a smile, O Aphrodite, you sway the all-encircling heavens, the fruitful earth, and the storming oceans. All obey you, all are awed by you. Companion of the brumal god, beautiful goddess of marriage, mother of love, lover of the banquet, source of persuasion who grants secret favors, illustrious born, seen and unseen, gentle lover, Lupercal, who smiles upon mortals, prolific, most desired, life giver, kind goddess, wielder of the scepter of all the immortals, you bind mortals and every tribe of beasts in magic chains of mad desire. Come, lovely Cyprian, and bless these rites, whether radiant in the heavens or presiding in the temples of Syria, guiding your golden chariot over the sacred floods of Egypt, or dancing on the azure shores by the billowing seas with circling choirs of mortals and beauteous nymphs with cerulean eyes, or riding out along the dusty banks renowned of old, or if in Cyprus, with your fair mother, where the married women yearly come to praise you, and the pure virgins sing hymns to you and to Adonis. Come, divine union, for you I call, with holy reverent mind. And we are in the last 2 days of working with the Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Mosley. As you know, this oracle is our annual April oracle until the day comes, maybe someday when I find one for Aphrodite that I like better. But for now, this one is really perfect. I think if there was an oracle that was like inspired by Aphrodite and Turkish culture, I would probably be all over that one because I'll tell you, her site at Aphrodisias in Turkey is one of the places that I've experienced her the most strongly in my life. I really experienced her very strongly in Cyprus, but I almost feel like that site in Turkey took it to the next level. It was really, really potent experience. And I'll be back there again later this year to connect with that landscape and find what else I need to find at that ancient site. Oh, what a beautiful card. Today's card is playfulness, and it shows a little fairy sitting on an amanita mushroom. It's a really sweet card. Good morning, Gary. So let's have a look. Playfulness. I really need some of this in my life. Right now, my life is literally just work, 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 all day long, every day, 7 days a week. And I am exhausted. All right. Depicted here is a diva sitting gracefully on a fly agaric mushroom. This is a light-hearted moment, and we're not expected to take her too seriously. Her carefree countenance reminds us of the joy of being alive and living contentedly in the moment. She has emerged resplendently from her chrysalis into the warm light of day with a pair of multicolored flutterby wings and a broad smile. The woes of the world can wait for a while as she revels in a renewed perspective of her world through the eyes of playfulness. George Bernard Shaw said, "We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing." The responsibilities and rigors of age can thwart our ability to live in the moment. Shameless surrender to the act of playfulness can sometimes be perceived as immaturity in the face of life's harsh challenges. But the essence of playfulness beckons us to remember that we are also players in the game of life. And from this perspective, we remain in the world, but not of it. While thought and logic are intrinsic servants on our path to ascension, they are poor masters. The balanced integration of mind, body, and spirit brings about a holistic perspective in which there is a vital, healthful place for exploring your unique creative potential through the innocence of playfulness. By drawing this card, your higher power inspires you to seek answers by experimenting with this gift and the many benefits it bestows in daily life. Relinquish the need to control outcomes and embrace the spontaneous nature of this divine attribute. Expect a profound level of release while making way for a clearer flow of intuition and inspiration. I know this to be true. Every single time I'm stressed out and find myself like right here with everything, if I just take a day and go have some fun and let everything go, most everything sorts itself out. And if I allow myself the space to just enjoy a little bit, then it makes all the work worthwhile. But when you're right here with everything, it's really hard to give yourself that permission. It's difficult to see the way clear to some better possibility or potential. It can be really hard for us to give ourselves permission for playfulness, especially when it's like the universe has forced our hand. So sometimes we might feel like, oh, I had plans and something was going to happen and I had to be somewhere, I had to do something. And then all of a sudden everything falls through. Like yesterday morning, the power went out and I was like, oh, okay. So I gave myself one more hour of just rest and I let myself rest for an hour. And then I had to get up and go about my day still. But it was really nice, and I ended up accomplishing more than I thought I would yesterday because I gave myself that little break. So, finding the space to give ourselves that little bit of playfulness. The other thing that happens is that we often will feel like the rigors and sorrows of the world mean that we are not allowed to feel lighthearted. And certainly, we do need to take seriously everything that's going on in the world, but we don't actually have to deny ourselves fun, playfulness, a sense of well being. If we get into our animal nature, our basic nature, if you look at the animal kingdom, animals play. Seagulls will dance and float and play with the wind. Crows will swoop and chase each other. Little, squirrels will run back and forth and have their little like playful time. They know that play is an essential part of life. But the human mind starts to get really locked down, doesn't it? And make us think that playfulness is frivolous or is not really important, or that we could be doing something more important. So today, let's take this injunction from Aphrodite, laughter loving Aphrodite, to play, to have some fun. Angelia says, I love the quote mentioned in the card's explanation. So I know it's such a good one. All right, so now let's dive into practice. We're going to start with 3 prostrations before the Shrine of Guanyin. We're going to make a commitment that today we're going to allow ourselves some space for creative play, and we're going to find that little essence of lightness within ourselves as the antidote to all the everything. And let's take refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention. A person, place, situation, or circumstance that will benefit from today's practice. And today we're holding Daisy, the dog, who is healing from eating something she shouldn't, and her liver was struggling, but she seems to be doing better. And we're also holding Heather, now in her 7th week of chemo, and it's getting harder, and she's very brave. And holding anyone else who's going through a hard time right now. Oh, and last night, a sister let me know that one of her friends or people in her town had gone missing on a boat. 2 men went out on a boat and have been missing for 24 hours. So holding that there might be a miraculous rescue. And let's recite the 4 immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering for Guan Yin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Omahum. 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 Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guan Yin, remain until the end of samsaric existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. 108 recitations of Namo Guanxi Pusa, calling out to Guan Yin, who smiles on us when we allow ourselves that room for ease and playfulness. Namo Guanxi Pusa, Namo Guanxi Pusa, Namo Guanxi Pusa, Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. 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 And our prayer to Yeshit Sogyal. Ying Chuktaki Somo Kachansa, Dusum Kunchim Pema Junyeki, Sangso Dupo Dechen Sogyalmar, So Wadeb So Chuktun Nudrup So. Mother of space, foremost of Dakinis, Lady Karchansa, gatherer of the vast secret treasury of Padmakara, knower of all, past, present, and future, Mother Tsogyal, great bliss queen, to you we pray. Grant us cities, ordinary and supreme. Ying Chiktaki Somo Karchanza Dusum Kunchin Pema Junyeki Sangso Dupo Dechen So Gyalmar Sowa Debso Chuktun Nudrupso. And 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, sending out our healing light to Daisy, the dog, and to Heather, the human, and to anyone else who needs it. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechin Yeshiwangmo. Om Sosti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss, Yeshua, be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings, so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guan Shiyin Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guanyin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher, and wishing everyone playfulness and happiness today. And so glad that we could chant together and that the power was on today. I'll be back tomorrow and we'll round out this month of Aphrodite. And next week we start with Oshun. Bye.